I'm kind of sad that the sniper playlist is gone. It was just playing a sniper lobby whenever I wanted. It was great. It was like being able to play Drop Zone. Honestly, with as much as they changed this game, fuck it, just add drop. No, actually, no. Bad idea. Really bad idea. What the fuck am I saying? So right after I make this whole video, G-rated Jev and all this other shit, people are clicking on. A lot of people liked it, just, you know, being happy that I guess I wasn't going to change my content up or whatever. Part of the reason why people liked my content was if I started censoring myself like that, it just, you know, it wouldn't make sense. Anyway, there have been times where I've tried to tone down a little bit, and there are even times when I'm editing videos where I just curse a little bit too much, and I'll be like, I'll cut out this word here and there. A lot of people like to criticize me and be like, dude, you literally, your cut comms are like the most cut comms that cut com could ever be cut. I honestly just kind of get annoyed with how I say certain words, so I'll just delete the word in between. So after making that whole video, of course, so I got a story to tell. So either yesterday or the day before that, Alexis and I were gonna go to the movies, okay? So we ended up going to the movies. We went to go see Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, which, I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of like the whole series or whatever. I'm not really into superheroes type of things either. What's really weird is I could watch superpower anime all fucking day, but I can't watch superhero movies. It's really weird. It's not that I hate superhero movies, it's just like I don't know enough info about them or like the backstory to really truly appreciate it. So I went into watching this movie, you know, with not much knowledge of what was going on with the last one. I saw the first one, but I didn't remember anything. So we went and watched that movie, okay? And we ended up getting like one of the really late showings, like 10:45 or 10:30 or something. And the movie is, I think, over 2 hours long. So we ended up watching the movie. The movie was good. I liked it. I would recommend it to people that have seen the first one, especially if they liked it. Because the movie didn't start itself until, I would say, 10 after 11 or so. So we were sitting around waiting for food because in the theater, there's actually like, they serve full food. Like they'll cook you a burger and all this other shit. So we were sitting around waiting for it, thinking that we were actually going to miss the beginning of the movie. It was about 11 o'clock by the time we got in there, but the movie didn't start until about 11:10 or so. So the movie ended, I would say, past 1 o'clock. So then we ended up stopping at this 24-hour like convenience store kind of thing to pick up a couple things that, you know, we couldn't pick up from where we normally pick up, just so we didn't have to go and do it the next day. So it's about 1:30, near 2 o'clock by the time we start getting back home, because the movie theater is legit like near an hour long away. This is partially why I'm excited for, you know, moving out, because everywhere that I go is at least 30 to 40 minutes out. If I want to just go to a simple Walmart, that's a 35-minute drive, and it's ridiculous. It's so difficult. Every single time we just want to go to somewhere simple, it's at least a 30-minute trip, and it's just a pain. So I'm on my way back home. It's around 1 to 2 o'clock in the morning, right? So we're driving on this really long straightaway type of road, and me, I'm a pretty safe person. Like, I don't want to die, so I'm usually not speeding down roads. I'm not doing anything like that. I end up driving past this person that was pulled over by this cop, and as I was driving past, I guess this cop was just getting done with this person. They got the whole thing. I don't know if they got their ticket or whatever, or left them off with a warning, or what was going on there, but they were done. So as I'm driving by, I get about, a good amount away, okay? And I can see, like, real far behind me since it's a real straight road, okay? So this cop behind me was, like, real far away, okay? So I'm driving the normal speed limit. It's like 45, so I'm probably going, like, 48, 50 maybe. I'll never go more than 5 over just because, especially if I know there's a cop right there. But I'm not the type of person to speed, like I said. So I'm chilling, I'm good. And as I'm driving, this car behind me with obviously just, like, really bright headlights just pulls up onto the back of my car, like, just basically almost starts tailgating me. And since he's so close and those lights are, like, really bright, the rear view mirror is reflecting these lights. You know how it is. If you've ever driven before, you'd understand the people that are, like, right on your ass. The light starts reflecting into your eyes. So I'm sitting here trying to, like, move my head down, not looking into the rear view mirror. And as I'm driving, since I'm hunched over like fucking Smeagol on some enraged smork shit, at some point I ended up drifting over the yellow line. It was a solid line, so obviously, you know, you can't do that. The cop car right behind me that was tailgating the fuck out of me turned his lights on, and I'm like, are you fucking serious? You're joking. I've never been pulled over before, because I'm sitting here thinking in my head, like, I'm not doing anything wrong. There's no fucking way. So I pull over, and I'm hoping that maybe he was just trying to get past me because maybe I wasn't driving fast enough for him, because you know how cops will be sometimes. They'll just, like, turn the lights on just so they can pass you up. So I end up pulling over, and he pulls up behind me. I'm like, fuck! Never, again, need I remind you, I've never had this happen before, ever. I don't have run-ins with cops. So the cops pulls me over, and he goes, oh, yeah, license, registration, and all this shit. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know what the... I've never had to give, you know, my license, registration, and shit. I started looking through my drawer and shit. I'm all nervous and stuff. I'm sitting there like, why the fuck did I get pulled over in my head, you know? And I'm chill with cops, like, okay? Like, I've had multiple times where I thought my life was in danger. I called the cop, and they made me feel safe. I was good, you know, I'm chilling. So he pulls me over, asks me, you know, do you know why I pulled you over, and what all this other stuff? And I was just like, no, I have no idea. So after he pulled me over, asked for all this stuff, he asked, you know, where we were coming from and stuff. I was like, yeah, we just ended up coming back from the movies. And they're like, a movie this late, huh? And I'm like, yeah, like a 10:45 10:45 showing, and the movie was a little bit over 2 hours long. He's like, what movie was it? And I was like, Guardians of the Galaxy 2. And he's like, oh, was it any good? And he was kind of being like, really, I don't know. Every time I gave him an answer, it was kind of like he didn't believe me almost. Now, this isn't a story about me feeling victimized or targeted or whatever, but, and then even though I'm the one driving, he goes and asks Alexis for her ID for some reason. I don't know why they asked for her shit, which is weird, but my idea is that they probably were just fucking bored, maybe just trying to meet their quota early into the month. I don't know. He said that he pulled me over because I had trouble maintaining my lane, it looked like I would drift over the line and then jerk back as if maybe I was drunk. And I'm sitting there in my head, like, I didn't say shit, but I'm sitting there in my head like, yeah, because you were blinding the shit out of me. I couldn't even tell where the fuck I was. But I mean, obviously, I'm gonna comply with a cop. I'm not gonna be fucking stupid. Even if it felt like they were just pulling me over because they were bored or whatever it may be. Because it seemed like they were just trying to look for anything. That's probably why they took her ID. That's why they took my ID. That's why they were like looking into my record for like, it was literally like 10 minutes. Eventually, they ended up letting me off with a warning, okay? But not the juiciest story in the world, I know. But I named the video, I got pulled over or some shit. Not, I got arrested. I respect cops and all this other shit. I don't think all cops are bad people. There's some bad cops out there, I know. A lot of people have some pretty bad opinions of cops, okay? I know all about that shit. I hear about it every day. I live in America. I grew up my entire life with a Vietnam veteran and a police officer of over 30 years. I respect cops. I don't think all cops are bad people, but there's, yeah, some fucked up shit that goes on. Trust, yeah, we know. We've heard all about it. I guess since he let me off in a warning, I'm not a criminal, exactly. I was really afraid he was actually gonna give me a ticket for crossing over the yellow line when I was being fucking blinded. It's like telling somebody to walk a straight line after you kung fu kicked them in the cock. Bullshit. If you pulled me over for speeding or some bullshit like that, like you pulled me over for going 10 over or something, I'd be like, oh yeah, my fault, I was going 10 over. But there was some outside elements here, you know what I'm saying? There was an outside force. I wasn't complaining, let me off with a warning. I'm good. I'm not a criminal, okay? It's kind of embarrassing to even say that I got pulled over. I prided myself on being a nice, good, law-abiding citizen, and now it's slightly blemished. Yeah, that's the story. Got pulled over, and he gave me a warning. Some interesting shit. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Leave a like if you enjoyed. My most recent videos are popping up on the screen here, and yeah. It's been Jeb, guys. Later.